What's going on, my people? Hope you're well and welcome back to another video. Hope you're having a fantastic day wherever you are, whatever the time. And today is a great day for some food shopping. We're gonna do some food shopping on a prep. Food was low. I've actually rearranged my meals for today to make sure that I could buy in some food to show you the food that I get kind of every single week. If you're a bodybuilder watching this, you know that you never really do a weekly shop. You literally end up going to the shops every couple of days. But I was speaking to Ben, the great videographer Ben, and we were saying that we may do like a video during peak week just to show what foods I'm bringing in then, especially when I'm doing things like a refeed. I think that would be quite useful for you guys. Anyway, I'm gonna head to Sainsburys and I'll see you back at the flat. Right guys, we are back from Sainsburys, without a doubt my favorite place to do food shopping. So much variety. I feel like the quality of food is really good as well. Especially in an off season, it's a lot more exciting. In a prep, I'm obviously a little bit more limited, but I do think today will be helpful for you guys. I'm gonna just explain why I've got certain food sources. I kind of want to split this up into like protein sources, carbs and fats. But as I said, there's not really too much here, so this video won't be too long today. First source of protein is beef mince. So 5% fat, pretty standard choice in bodybuilding. Red meat is fantastic. I am a pretty broy with red meat, and I believe that red meat is fantastic for putting on muscle and retaining muscle tissue. It contains a lot of micronutrients. Minced steak. I'm a big fan of red meat. I think this should go in everyone's diet. Obviously, if you're a vegan or a vegetarian, no, but 750 grams this pack as well. I have 150 grams raw weight with every meal, so this works out perfectly. This will last me for what, 5 days. Next source of protein, classic, is chicken. Just chicken breast. Chicken breast, again, because fat's pretty low, protein is really high. Chicken thighs are undoubtedly tastier. I love chicken thighs, and in the off season I think I'm going to utilize chicken thighs a little bit more because of that extra fat. It just tastes a little bit better. I know it's quite common now as well for guys to start using things like chicken mince and that sort of thing, which again is a great alternative. I think it's very easy to get sick and tired of chicken breast, like chicken like tenders and that sort of thing, and they're good alternatives as well, but I think just standard chicken breast is pretty self-explanatory. So yeah, I eat a lot of meat. I eat meat every single day. When you're in the pursuit of building muscle and adding tissue, I don't think there's anything that really beats meat, for fuck's sake. Carbohydrates, this is pretty sad. I already have pasta and rice. They're kind of the two main carb sources. Now obviously, as I'm going through a prep, that pasta and rice is probably going to go down. Like in my off season, I was eating 150 grams raw weight or dry weight of rice. That's now down to 50 grams of rice, which is, yeah, small, not a lot of rice. Honestly, with pasta, it's anything that I fancy. So like this week, I'm fancying like fusilli, is that how you say it? I don't fucking know. I just have standard pasta. I don't have like wholemeal pasta or anything like that. So the carb sources that I had to bring in, main ones really is blueberries. Blueberries are great, especially with micronutrition and also antioxidant properties as well. They are in 3 of my meals. I have 450 grams of blueberries every single day. So it's a lot of blueberries. And I have this with my cream of rice, and I also have this in a smoothie. When calories are really low, like they are right now for myself, and they're gonna get even lower, the opportunity for us to take in those micronutrients obviously gets smaller because you have less food. So making sure that you're keeping in some fruit and vegetables and things that contain a lot of micronutrition is really important to help with the way that you feel. I mean, obviously in the dog end of a prep, you're not going to feel great when you're stage lean, but if we can do everything we possibly can to maximize how great we feel then with our diet, then we should absolutely do that. The saying of you are what you eat is absolutely true. Quality of the food that you're having and the nutrition of your food really does matter. It's not just a case of just eat whatever fits your calories. That doesn't work in bodybuilding. That doesn't work when you're trying to get really lean. Blueberries, fantastic food. I love blueberries. Do you prefer blueberries or raspberries? Let me know in the comments. Iceberg lettuce. So this is gonna go with my chicken and my rice. Greens, and also very low calorie, but produce a lot of volume. It tastes good, like it's a nice added texture to the chicken and rice. Yeah, it just makes my plates bigger. Beetroot, just fresh beetroot, nothing added to it. Dwight Schrute would be proud. So it's literally no vinegar, no like sweet chili, none of that shit, just beetroot. And this is really good to help with like pumps in the gym. Very, very good for blood flow. If you're a bodybuilder, get on beetroot. Probably one of the best superfoods that you can actually have. And this again will just go with like my chicken and rice. We've got some lemons here. Lemons again just for seasoning my food, and also on meals, so like chicken and rice meals and pasta meals, just squeezing a bit of lemon on those meals can make things taste pretty good. And then also this here, which is a bit of a gem in prep. Again, kind of just count it as like a vegetable sauce. It's literally just passata. Put this with my pasta, so it makes like a nice bolognese with the mince. This is really good. It's much better than things like dolmio. Like dolmio has a lot of added sugars, which obviously bumps up the calories. This is literally just tomatoes. Per 100 grams, 35 calories. It's really not a lot. And of course, just make sure that, so if you're adding things like this, just make sure it's consistent. Just make sure it's consistent with each meal. And if AJ, my coach, makes an adjustment, I just keep that adjustment consistent. This with like some seasoning, oregano and some lemon, some chili with your like pasta and veg is absolutely fantastic. It tastes great. So passata, get on this. Finally for carbs, well, I'll say carbs. Yeah, carbs. Is I've got some kimchi. Now I really like kimchi, and I also like sauerkraut. I really like fermented stuff. I just like the taste, and I think in a prep as well, when you're dieting, when you're kind of craving something that's like very strong in taste, I think things like kimchi, sauerkraut are really, really good. I hear there's a lot of benefits to kimchi. I'm not too sure. I haven't actually really looked into kind of the benefits of kimchi, but again, it's just cabbage, so I'm sure that's going to be pretty good. I'm ashamed that I got Baxter's though. I'm sure it tastes good, but I would have liked some more authentic kimchi. Then have some Maggie seasoning, which goes great with rice. So if you have a rice cooker, mix this with your rice before you cook it, and also mix this with like your chicken or your fish or whatever, and it tastes incredible. It lasts you a long time, very low calorie obviously. Yeah, I mean per 100 ml is 60 calories, and you're not going to be using 100 ml of this because the amount of sodium would kill you. And finally, I just have to get some more dark chocolate. This is actually my favorite brand, Green and Black's. Really nice, it tastes really good. The chocolate's also really thick, 85%. This is just one of my fat sources. So my sources of fats are dark chocolate, and I also have almond butter as well, but I've got enough of that. With your meals, you want to make sure that, and this is really for people who are just looking to get a little bit leaner and get in shape. You really want to look at your meals like, okay, what's my source of carbs? What's my source of fats? What's my source of protein? Obviously in a contest prep, that becomes a little bit different because you are trying to get to extreme levels of body fat. So there will come a point where fats are incredibly low. Like you might not be having some fats in certain meals, and you might not be having carbs in certain meals. But for the majority of people, you want to make sure that you're covering all macronutrients with every single meal. Can't really hack any heavier than this in terms of dark chocolate. Like this is pretty perfect. Guys, I think that's pretty much it in terms of my food shop. So we're gonna leave it there, but I really appreciate you watching the video. As I've said before so many times, I really appreciate the feedback, the response just to the second season of Why Not Me has been fantastic. So let's keep it up. There's a few of you that are watching these videos that are not subscribed, so make sure you subscribe because it really does help me and kind of just help get these videos seen. Make sure you check in next week, peoples, for more content, and I'll see you guys soon.